Hello and welcome to Channel Sport on Sunday. I'm Ken Ochonogo. It's another Sunday again, and then we bring you the best trending stories from all over the world. Controversy in Nigeria, we'll come to that. Has to do with our players' welfare. What is the position? What do they get during their playing days and after playing? Because wherever you work, in most places, at least the Nigerian labor laws that did that, because we have the pension scheme for retirees. That when you retire, there is a pension that you'll be earning. But if you work, sometimes we talk about the private sector and the public sector. The public sector, if you're working in the public sector, you have the different private sector where you just finish, they don't pay you off and say, okay, these are your gratuities, take them home. And then if you are in the public sector, you draw a certain amount. But in short, that most of these pension funds are jointly funded, which means both the state or your employer and then also the beneficiaries themselves also contribute to that fund. So that by the time you retire, this is what the stipend that you'll be earning to keep you and take care of the little expenses that will keep you until you travel upstairs. So basically, we have seen this as a trend in Nigerian sports, that when our, especially our legends, when they retire, I'm trying to get this in the right perspective, because when you are growing, when you are strong, when you are younger, the frailty that comes with old age, is not associated with that. But as you get old, your flesh, your body, your organs, everything starts aging, and then the engine is not working as it used to be. Sometimes you get some ailments that your body your immune system can just knock off. At old age, everything weakens down. Some of the time based on the things that we have ingested, but on things that with the food we eat, the lifestyle we have lived, and stuff. But the thing is, if you have put enough, for the rainy day, if you put enough and say, look, when after this, where will I go to? And then those who guide us, why in certain areas, in certain companies, tell you, the government will say, if you have maybe 50 or so workers, a minimum of 50 workers, if you have that, then it is a must that you must have a pension scheme for your staff. So also the same thing with the government, and also, but with players, with the sportsmen who represent the country, do they have this? Is there a scheme? Is there something that they can look back on and say, this is what we can fall back on when, we no longer and we're no longer strong to cater for ourselves? Of course, we have our families. They say you train your kids so that later on they take care of. I think it is, I don't know how the circle is, but I know how it is drawn. The father takes care of the children, and then they, till when they are of age, 18, okay, takes care of their schooling, and then push them. If you have enough, you set them up for businesses, so that by the time you can no longer take care of them, you have given them that, that head start through which they can, put their houses together and be able to take care and cater for you. The same thing with states. Of course, in most advanced, civilizations, you have homes, old people homes, where when you are old, the age, the government opens that for your food. There are some private ones also that run with the NHS and all that, so you can go there so that they can cater, instead of cater for you, cater for your health, look after you, instead of running cap in hand, pleading that yes, this man is sick, this sister is sick, this brother is sick, we need funding, we need friends to donate and stuff. It is something that is very pitiable, or very, very unpalatable. It is a sight that we don't want to see. It is something we don't want to hear, that you see them when at the peak of when they're that strong and agile, they give to Nigeria. But then when it is time for us to give back to them, we say we cannot. So, but it is not just a one-way traffic thing. I think it is all encompassing. I hope that today we can take a holistic look at all parties involved to see, not in apportioning blame, but in creating a pathway through which you can say, this is how it should be. After you have given your best, when you are giving your best, what are we putting aside? I think the operative word there is we. all partners involved. What are we putting aside? What is the policy? In football in Nigeria and all about it, there is the players' union. The players' union will come in and then negotiate, bargain, and when you are gone, they are part of that pension scheme to say yes, this is what we want to take care of our players. Of recent, we've lost a lot of past footballers and other sportsmen. A lot are still sick. We advocate here. Sometimes somebody say, Ken, there are just advocates, journalists that you do here. But that is what we know how to do. That is who we are. We can't change that. But we are fair to all, which is that is our position. Our credo is fair to all. We do not come here to call you out if it is not well. When you do well, we say, yes, you've done well. When you've not done well, we cannot ask you why. And then at the end of the day, we are trying to say, let us reason together to see how we can move to that El Dorado, which will be conducive for each and every one of us. We try and reach out to a few of them on this show, and then let us see. A lot of efforts were made in the past years to see how the players' union can come together. I played active part, myself and some of my colleagues. We brought them here, to discuss, to look at the way forward, because that is the only thing that we have, and we know that they can do. We take some stories. Of course, Eric Chill has named his 31-man list from which he will pick the players that will produce the last 2 games. I mean, I think Rwanda and Zimbabwe are coming there. So his list is out. From there, he will pick, I think it's final 24-25, that he will use to prosecute those games. The jury is already out on him, but can we allow him to do this before we can come to conclusion if he's good enough? He's only trying to salvage a situation before he came. We'll look at that. The U.S. Open is starting very, as we speak, in the next few hours. It will start, I think, today. And then so a lot of permutations and combinations. There is a very scary stat that I saw that in the last 16 games, the last 16 tournaments, actually, that both Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner has participated in, either of them have won 15. And all other tennis players just won only 1. So when they enter, you know that the winner will either be Alcaraz or Djokovic. This U.S. Open, let us hope it, it throws up, some other ones, other players who can go over there and get it done. The leagues all over the world are starting, and then in Nigeria, yes, our own league, the NPFL, it started on a blast because the last season winner and the runners-up where open it right there in Abeokuta, the city beneath the rock, and it was at the end of the day, the spoils were shared 1-1 between Remo Stars, the champions, the defending champions, till May, and Rivers United, who are gunning for that title. And I tell you, those are the 2 teams that will also be representing Nigeria at on the continent in the CAF Champions League. I hope it will come back home, because since Enyimba won it back-to-back, Nigeria has not seen that trophy. Before Enyimba and after Enyimba, it has been barren for us when it comes to that. It has been elusive when it comes to that. But let us see if they can make hay. If Rivers United and Remo Stars can make it RR. I don't know what that R has to do with achievement. Something like that. But we'll see if we can go, when we are ready, we're able to see if we can go to either within or outside the shores to meet our guests. But while we are trying to do that, let us see if we can take the list of Eric Chill's 31-man squad while we are waiting to link up with our guests on the show. Can we have that? The usual suspects are there. All right. Okay. From goal, you have Stanley Nwabali, Amas Obasogie, Adeleye Adebayo, and Ebenezer Ahakot, who is in Sporting FC. All right. The defenders: William Troost Ekong, Calvin Bassey, Olaoluwa Aino, Osai Samuel, Bruno Onyemechi, and Ego Ogbo. That's my namesake, Onyemechi. All right, we also have the Chidozie Awaziem, Felix Ago, and Benjamin Fredericks. He's playing his trade in Belgium. Okay, the forwards, we have Ademola Lookman, Samuel Chikwueze, Victor Osimhen, Okay, Victor Boniface. We're trying to say it's going to be. Still the Desas he keeps scoring and let's do this time. And then we have Sadiq Omar, who plies his trade in Spain. We still have Nitentela, Tolu, Arogundade. And then Terence Murphy is one of those favorites of my a colleague of mine. He loves Terence Murphy. So this guy should be given a chance. We have Adams Ako, who plays for Sevilla in Spain. Midfielders, we have Alex Iwobi, Frank Onyeka, Al Hassan, Yusuf Ablai, Wilfred Ndidi, the man that they said Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is saying, yes, you are doing well. Rafael Onyedika, Chrysanthus Uche is from Getafe in Spain. We are seeing Turkey, Spain, England. A lot of them are all there. The 31-man Eagles provisional. This is a provisional list. It will be pruned down, you know, to get, you know, to the players that the manager feels you know, not just in form, not just in shape, but in sync, that they can synergize, they can get the best out of it, that understanding within the pitch, and that is what we are looking at. Because before USA becomes a fleeting illusion, I believe that is what, you know, we intend to have. Okay. When we are ready, we shall give you just that. Also, during the week, you know, of course, Chan, we went there. We're expecting something that if the Tigress, the Falcons can go and get over there. Now the Chan we left with $100,000. The Tigers, I don't understand this thing. Our female will go somewhere and they will do well. And when we send our male, I don't know. The Super Eagles has won three AFCON titles, 1980, 1994, and the years 2013. Stephen Okechukwu was involved in all of them. I tell that is the truth. I'm just remembering that he was involved in all of them. He won it in 1980 as a rookie. In 94, he was there, the skipper, almost retiring. And in 2013, he was the captain of the team. But for the Falcons, I tell you this, 9 times. They not did Mission X, the 10th one. Remember, they also won it twice before then, which was qualifiers for the World Cup in 1991 and 1995. But for the Super Eagles, 3. So you can imagine, 10 versus 3. And for the Tigress and the Tigers has 1, just 1, while the Tigress has 6. And then they went for, you know, I mean 5-pit mission V, 5 back to back. So that is how it has been. So I don't know what we're going to do. They say the Chan is a reflection of the league, but I totally disagree because every manager pick their team. And even if you pick the same team, every manager has, you know, the instructions, your tactics on how you are going to prosecute it. So basically, when you succeed, I give it to the manager. But when you don't, I tell you this, no way. I'm not giving it to you. The manager takes responsibility. The buck stop at the desk. No matter how you guys want to paint it, whether it's a Nigerian manager or a foreign manager, if he does well, it is just like in a movie. The director is the man that's in charge. When they write, you see there. And you know, at the beginning or at the end, and they start rolling, you know, those names, they start rolling the credits. You will see the credit, a film by a film. Then the director get film. There'll be other person. The actors do this. If he has to jump, you jump. If he has to sleep, you sleep. It is his movie. The same thing with the manager. He say play to instructions. So he picks the team, he instructs them, he plans. That tactics is his own. So when you can get the resources and then you want to cook soup, now you know whether you want to go and buy fish or spice, everything, and you put it in some of that. If you add too much salt, you have a problem. If you add too little, so you have to say, what is the optimum? The same thing in production. What is the optimum when you want to produce goods? So that is just the thing. So no excuses for the manager. No, it is not a blame game, but we are saying the manager is in charge of his team. And it is not a reflection of the league. I totally disagree. Because we're talking about leagues. We saw a team, at the FIFA Club World Cup, South American teams, teams in Africa, teams in Ireland, knocking off Man City. Now, league, it is not league. When the team is good, it's good. The manager prosecutes his plan. You can have better players, but you have a better strategy, you know, to get it from you. So let me say, if we are ready, are we ready to start getting any of our guests? Is any of our guests ready now? Or we're still waiting? They're still setting up. All right. Our guest is not ready now. Okay, I did tell. All right, let's look at that. That is the thing at Chan. You see, host Kenya. This was a game. Kenya are playing 1-1 with Madagascar, and then Madagascar sending one of the hosts away. This Kenyan team is, I love them because of, Benny McCarthy, their manager from South Africa, charismatic guy, the way he celebrates goal, the way he jumps with his team. I know he did it in South Africa with his club before coming down here to Kenya to come and do it. So this is wonderful. But Madagascar, wow. There. And then the WAFU B qualifiers, of course, we know how it is going to be. Bayelsa Queens will be taking up Police Ladies of Ghana. And that is today's fixture. I tell you, it's some money. I think is it $1 million? I think there is about $1 million is there for the winners when you get over there. But in that group we have Bayelsa United of Nigeria, Police Ladies of Ghana, ASCO of Togo, and Sam Nelly of Republic of Benin. That is the group in which we are, and we want to see Bayelsa United come. All right, come tough. Like we said yesterday, the league on Friday the league started. There was no matches. Matches are not played yesterday, but today it is be fire. There is only, apart from I think 8 games will be played today in the NPFL. If it is ready, we can get the fixtures. But like I said, that is the opening game was between Remo Stars and Rivers United. That game ended 1-1. And then both goals were scored in the first 10 minutes. Okay, these are today's fixtures for you. Abia Warriors will be taking on Kano Pillars. Abia Warriors, this is one of the surprise packages of last season. Nobody saw them coming. At a point, they were down, and then they stopped conceding. And then with those odd goals, you see them climbing. They were almost going for Champions League, but then they were going for the Confederations Cup. So they were taking on Kano Pillars. Kano Pillars is where Ahmed Musa, is playing player and team manager, is everything there. And they've been up their social media these days. I love what Kano Pillars is doing. When they unveil players, when they go to camp, in fact, it's like if you are following either a Manchester United or a Barcelona, their media team is doing wonderful. Kano Pillars. We have Barao FC, one of the new entrants into the NPFL, and they are taking on Enyimba. I've just told you that Enyimba, when it comes to Champions League in Nigeria, it is before Enyimba, and after Enyimba. Before Enyimba, no title. Enyimba, back to back, and after Enyimba, for where we've not won anyone. El Kanemi, the Warriors of Borno will be taking on Insurance, Bendel Insurance of Benin from the ancient city. Those two are ancient cities. They used to have Obas and Emperors, fought wars. So I don't know, maybe modern day now, they no longer you shoot themselves. They have to take the run leather ball, and 22 players will be there, to exert their supremacy on the pitch. We have Rangers International taking up another new entrant in Kun Khalifa. So Kun Khalifa will be visiting the cathedral. But I've been told that, yes, we can go right there to Anambra because our first guest is ready. We call him the General. He played for Nigeria. There's a picture I saw of himself at Taribo West that he does, and I said, now he's big. That time he's not that big. But he played for Nigeria, and then he is the chairman of the Anambra FA. He was a one-time also a personal stand to the NFF president then. So here is a man. He's also part of union. I think Nadago Hula today, but he's part of also the union. And then the issue when we're talking about the demise of Christian Chukwu. Before we go to he is there. He's ready. We'll bring that in a few minutes. After the show on Sunday, I got a call from somebody I respect so much, for somebody who cares for me and this show so much, one of the greatest legends that I've ever played. And he said, Ken, when I heard the voice, I know who was calling. It was Emmanuel Okala. He said, you said nothing about Christian Chukwu's burial. I tell you this, I really want to apologize. I was touched because it was part of what we set up, and suddenly I can't tell what happened. And so when they were accusing everybody, I said, okay, you are also guilty because on your show you did not, also discuss. So I want to apologize to, first and foremost, thank you so much, Emmanuel Okalasa, for drawing my attention to that. We did not do that last week. We would have done it at the hem, and but today we're trying to make amends and talk about not just this, but the players' welfare. Our first guest is in the house, Chukwu Ilionesi. Chukwu, how are you?
I'm very fine. Thank you very much.
Okay. A lot has happened in the past few days. Some of these things, let us go straight to the point, has to be, the demise and then the laying to rest of CCCC chairman, Christian Chukwu, the charismatic one. You guys said the NFF released their press release and said you were there. Can you put up to date what happened, during the interment of Christian Chukwu?
Yeah, it was a great one. I was a part of the people that are representing the NFF president. And the Nigerian Football Federation have already shown a massive support to the family. Even the cap I'm wearing today was done by the president of Nigerian Football Federation, Alhaji Musa Guzo, was the one that did the cap. And we did a rubber team match for Christian Chukwu. They have already have two teams. One of the teams that represented Christian Chukwu was George Allo, a board member of Nigerian Football Federation, Pariso Kyobi, the legal director of Nigerian Football Federation, and the chairman of Anambra State Football Association. We all represented, everybody was there. Former Inspector General of Police, Onobo, Pito, everybody was there. It was a great one. We did a rubber team match for Christian Chukwu, and the other people are Majek, the Ogun State FA chairman, and the director media, Olajire, are the one representing the side of Peter Rufai. NFF have done massively very, very well. So when I see when people started criticizing and talking about all those things, it pained me very, very well because me too, I'm an ex-international. I'm not decided to defend NFF, but I'm decided to say the simple truth. They have done so well.
They've done so well. The Christian Chukwu that because this is all encompassing. I saw a video when yourself and then the GM of Rangers, you guys went to pay, homage. I wish I can play that video. Probably, let me see. Probably not. I wish maybe during the course of this show, if we can get that video on board. The father, Christian Chukwu, who was he? How do you view him? How did you see him? Okay, is that Christian Chukwu's wife on white? Chikwelu, are you seeing this?
Yes, Christian Chukwu is the one that are wearing white. Okay. You can see the representative of the NFF president. You can see me. You can see Baristo. You can see George Allo, board member. All of us are there to represent, not only representing the Nigerian Football Federation, we are representing the Southeast too. And we are happy that we are there in the burial to support whatever the Nigerian Football Federation is doing to make sure that the burial went very, very well. And we are happy that everything was very, very successful.
Okay, let us take this. Christian Chukwu came way before your set. How do your set and those that came after him, how do you see him as a man and his contribution towards kind of inspiring your generation of footballers in Nigeria?
I was very, very happy. I used to visit Chairman Chukwu all the time. I sent some videos to him too.
Yeah.
I learned so much from him. He's a man who does not talk much. He's a man who believes in being a gentleman. He's a man that loves unity and peace of everybody. So I'm going to miss it a lot because he taught me a lot of things. He's a man that loves peace of mind. Anything that you are doing, he's a soft-spoken person, don't like trouble. And the only thing I can say now is not about anything. It's for the God Almighty to accept his soul in perfect peace. He's a gentleman to the core.
I am glad to hear that. I know him so much. I also spoke with him. The way Emmanuel Okala speaks with me, that was how Christian Chukwu speaks with me, and I don't want those memories to start floating back, because these guys are the people that I look up to. I still look up to Emmanuel Okala. I still want to hear his voice. I still want to speak with him. And when he reprimands me, I know that, yes, Ken, you've not done it right, but listen to the voice of reason and get it done. Now, you've been the chairman for Anambra FA for some years now. How long ago? When did you become the chairman?
2 years. 2 years ago now. 2 years ago. 2 years. Yes.
2 years now. All right. But so let me ask you this. People say there is no smoke without fire. You said you are not defending the FA, but you are also an ex-international. Why is it that most of the time, by the time your senior colleagues finish playing, which you have been involved with, there is always, I'm asking this question also because I also know that I've discussed with some persons who are close to Peter Rufai, and I want to clear this air, that the family of Peter Rufai, when Peter Rufai was sick, did not beg to be treated by anybody. He made enough for himself around that. So the idea of saying he died in penury is a misplacement. Sometimes we should be able to have a opportunity to speak with the Peter Rufai family. They are keeping everything quiet to themselves. They are not loud about it, but let us not have those things. But then you must also understand this. Let me ask you this, that the welfare of the Nigerian footballer after he has finished playing, can you give us what it is like? And what are you trying to do in Anambra to see that the players who are playing now and those who have played before, tomorrow they will not be crying after they finish playing to say this is what they need? A pension scheme, a house that can live in, enough to feed themselves. What are you putting in place, Chukwu? You and your other FA, because all of you are members of the NFF, you contribute there and part of it. But I'm asking to you in particular, using your Anambra state as one, what are you putting in place?
Honestly speaking, I don't have to talk because of I'm in the television or anything.
Yes.
Anambra State Governor, Professor Chukwu is the first in the Southeast to be paying ex-players stipends. All the Rangers International, it does not care whether he come from Anambra, he come from Imo or Ebonyi State. He has been the one that paying salaries every month, 100,000 naira to them. And that is the support of me, being the FA chairman, and who is an ex-international, and who is a former Rangers International too. So the governor has been doing very, very well to make sure he's supporting the ex-players in their welfare. So that is the only thing I can say. My governor has been doing very, very well. We have governors from all the Southeast, Ebonyi State, Imo State, Abia State. Only Anambra State governor is the one that is doing very, very well to support the welfare of ex-internationals.
Are you saying...
You can call them and ask them about this one.
No,
they are getting all their money every month.
Okay, I want you to clear this, because this is a pleasant surprise to my ears and probably to those who are watching all over the world. Are you saying that His Excellency, the governor of Anambra State, pays ex-internationals? And do you have a list of like how many? I don't want to mention names, but like how many players are involved?
The ex-players that they brought the list to the Excellency Professor Chukwu have been receiving their money every month.
Do you like
anybody that play for Rangers, whether you are in America or you are in Sokoto, you are in Zamfara, once your name has been captured in the list of the Excellency, is paying you. It's supporting the welfare of ex-players. It does not care whether you come from Anambra State or you come from Enugu State. Don't forget that Rangers is not only for Anambra State or Imo State, it's for the Southeast. So okay, that is what the governor has been doing to support the welfare.
Okay, that is for players who play.
And another thing again I want to tell you.
Yes.
Hello, I'm hearing you, sorry, I can hear you.
Yeah, what I'm asking is this. Is it for players, Anambra players who played for Rangers, ex-nationals who played for Rangers, or who played for other teams in Anambra or all over Nigeria that is Governor Soludo is catering for?
All the players who have already played in Rangers International,
okay,
who are from Anambra or Imo State, Ebonyi State, or Abia State, or anywhere, he is the one paying them.
All right.
Every month, to support their welfare.
That is clear.
It does not care whether you are from Anambra State. Even me, I am bringing a list of the people that are from Anambra State, because all the governors from Imo State, Abia State, Ebonyi State supposed to be supporting this thing. So if in that way, if they are not supporting, I'm bringing a list to give my governor, and these are the list of the people from Anambra State. Let the people from Imo State be paying Imo State. Let the people from Abia State be paying Abia State. So that is what I'm going to do. Because the man is doing it from his mind deeply and happy doing it. So I'm not complaining about that. All we are doing is about S International, all the S players of Rangers International. And we have been doing that to support all their welfare.
I like this, but now let us move to the next stage. Supposing tomorrow there is a Caesar that does not know Pharaoh. Supposing tomorrow the governor leaves and this is not, institutional in the House of Assembly. So this is a law that says these people will be paid. Now, what is going to happen?
What is going to happen that this matter we are talking about now is a matter I have to carry to the National Assembly for the National Assembly to adopt it, so that whenever the governor was not there, anybody that is there as the governor will continue the good work that the governor has been doing. So if the National Assembly adopt that, it becomes a law in Anambra State for us to be paying stipends for the players who play for Rangers International.
Okay, Chukwu, I know you also play some international football, so you understand what it is. And then we are saying, look, that all outside the shores of this country, it is the Players Union. You have been involved in the Players Union even before you become the FA chairman of Anambra State. Why is it that the Nigerian Players Union, you guys cannot have a house, one house? What is the problem with the Players Union?
The Players Union matter is a very, very strong matter. I cannot discuss here, but as you have already got it, I will discuss it. Don't forget that I am the BOT chairman of all Nigerian Football Players Union. And Harris Dera is the BOT chairman of FIFAN. We have the president, Chidane Babangida, we have Abdul Sule. And we have a committee set up by Deputy Governor of Edo State, Philip Chaibu, Governor Philip Chaibu. And they have already have their report. I am on the side of the peace for us to make peace, to make sure that Players Union is one in Nigeria. I am the one who brought the opinion to say, you can scrap the name of PIFAN, you can scrap the name of all Nigerian Football Players Union. The committee should bring any name, and let me be out of anything, then I'll be out of anything. Let them constitute whoever they want to run the football affairs of S-players so that we'll get it right. I'm a peacemaking man. I don't need anything. I am the one that gives it to football. Football is not given to me. But it's just because we have the passion. We are the one that play the football. I play for the 17, I play for the 20, I play for the 23, I play for Super Eagles. I play for all the categories of age football in Nigeria. So I'm here to make peace, to make sure players don't become better. Because if you have a good player today, nobody will be talking of Rufai, nobody will be talking of Chukwu. We must come together to know what we're going to do with NFF to support us to make this thing to come to pass.
Okay, I like that, because I don't want us to go into the politics of the players. Like I said, and I just wondered, because I know how much involved I was in trying to make that.
You have already brought it out. I want it. Let's talk about it. I love it. Let's talk about it. Let the world know about everything.
Not you go tell me what you want to talk. I think in the year. Just calm down there, General. Calm down. Just calm down. What I'm saying here is this. Now, like I said, you've talked about what Governor Soludo is doing in Anambra. And then, like I said, you also had a stint of, you played outside. You understand what happens outside the country. What is the problem with establishing a pension scheme like other players, does in all over the world, in collaboration with their FAs of the countries? I mean, there is supposed to be certain things. I don't know the details, or I don't understand, how it really works. But I do understand that probably from the sponsorship to the FA, some money is set aside for the players, some percentages. I don't know. So we look at the templates in England, the template in Belgium, the template in Holland, in Spain and Italy. And then why can't we have a semblance of that in Nigeria to take care of players, just like when the civil servant retires, when the policeman retires, when the teacher retires, he goes to collect that. When footballers retire, another sportsman, where do they go to? Is it impossible for us to have such a pension scheme for Nigeria?
We are pushing very, very hard to make sure that this thing happens. But you cannot get this thing done when you have rivals upon rivals upon rivals. It's not going to happen like that. We must come together as a one family and make sure NFF President is ready to support whatever we want to do. You have already told the committee that they should make sure that 4 people from this side and 4 people from this side come together and have a meeting with him to resolve this matter. I have already traveled from Anambra State to Asaba to meet Harrison Dala. We discussed massively. I've already spoken to my president, Abdul Sule, and Tijani Babangida, and Deba Fudu, Selassie Babayo came there for today to Emmanuel Babayo to do this interview for me. We are in a way of resolving this matter. I've already discussed with the committee chairman, Philip Saibu, our deputy governor, to help us. We are tired of all this thing because every day you hear that this one is gone, this one is gone. We are here for ready for peace. So once we have one house, that thing you said now is going to happen. We're going to pursue it. It's very, very important. Because if we have a scheme that they're giving back to the system for people that play football, it's going to help every family. Because nobody's going to live here forever. So we need to have a good house to make sure that everything is well done.
Okay, Chikole, we're taking a very short break. When we come back, I'll just ask 1 or 2 questions and we'll round up. All right, you're welcome back. It is 3 Channel Sport on Sunday. We've been chatting with the Anambra State FA chairman. He said, I played under 17, I played under 19, under 23, under 20, I played over 25. Yes, right now he's an administrator. We're still trying to see if we can get another of his colleagues to join us. So let us just see. But let us briefly just go to, before we go back to Oka and probably reach out outside the country. Our shows. Let us look at what happened over the weekend in England. It wasn't easy. Manchester City losing at home to Tottenham. Tottenham is their boogie team. When you see this result, understand one thing. This is the first time in the history of Pep Guardiola's coaching that he has lost back-to-back home games to a particular manager. It doesn't matter who is coaching Tottenham. When it is there, they don't go boogie. They just go and then just turn him upside down. But Bournemouth did win 1-0 against Wolves. Brentford beat Villa 1-0. Burnley, of course, they are back at the first in about Sunderland. Sunderland won their first game 3-0, and we thought it is all hooray. But here they were brought down to earth. But the big one is Arsenal. I think they are showing intent. They are saying, look, we can do it. While other teams are building, I think Arsenal is consolidating. I think that is the difference. They've done their 3-peat of second. Probably they start to step up. But are they stepping up or stepping down? They are playing Liverpool next. That one are fire for fire. All right, today's game, Crystal Palace will take on Nottingham Forest. Everton will take on Brighton. And Fulham will take on Manchester United. Let's see how it goes. All right, let's see. Chukwu is there. We'll sit down and see how we can get 1 or 2 other guys to join him before we close. I don't like to call you General safe. I don't know. General will not wear uniform. You never call yourself General. General. Okay. The way forward for you and your colleagues. You said you'll be speaking with Jala. You've been speaking with the president, Tijani Babangida. You've been speaking. Emmanuel Babayaro was with you. What of Austin Popo? Is it part of this scheme?
Yeah, Austin Popo is part of the scheme too. Austin Popo is doing his own players union. Jala is the one in Bifan, while I'm the one in all Nigerian football players union. But we're not talking about Austin Popo, Jala, or anybody. What we are talking about to come back together as one.
Yes.
I'm in the opinion that the constellation should be very, very serious because it's taking time. I've already gave my own template of what I want. Scrap the name. Put anybody you want to put. Let us have one body and move on. And let the player union be the mouthpiece of the ex-internationals in Nigeria. No, I'm in the opinion of that.
When you say put anybody. Wait, Chikole, when you say put...
They want to put
no. I want to ask you... No, I want to ask you...
I'm not interested.
I know. I agree with you, but I want to ask you this. Is there anybody opposing the leadership of Tijani Babangida as the president of the Players Union? Is there any footballer opposing that?
Tijani Babangida is not the president of Players Union. Abdul Sule is the president of Players Union, please. Because NFF, all Nigerian football players union are affiliated to NFF. You can never have a football governing body that football international players union fighting the Nigerian Football Federation. It's not possible done anywhere, even in England. So our own players union are the ones that are affiliated to NFF. Before, I've never paid any affiliation fee to the Nigerian Football Federation. Go and ask NFF to give you the record.
No, you see, that is where I think that I said I don't want us to go into that.
That's what I'm telling you. Tijani Babangida is not the president of Players Union. Abdul Sule is the president of the Players Union.
Can I ask you this? Because I think probably I will look into my archives and I have that video where Tijani Babangida.
Tijani Babangida, they should bring their PhD as a Players Union. Okay. Let me bring her home as a Players Union.
Wait, now calm down.
From Nigerian Football Federation. Which one did they recognize?
Wait, calm down. Like I said, I have that video. I have that video of the former president.
I'm speaking my mind.
Yes, you have the right to do that. I have that video of the former president of the NFF with Tijani Babangida in that private jet where they were dancing with president to president.
I am the one that took Tijani Babangida in the private jet.
Good.
I am the one that took him.
As what? You took him there as what? As what? General, as what?
I took Tijani Babangida when the players, when we are one family, before we divided into two. And when I took him there was when we were going for the Dwarf of the Nations Cup to meet the people in Cameroon. So that one does not have anything to do with now.
All right.
The players are divided. Tijani Babangida is in one side, Abdul Sule is in one side, Jala is in one side, Chikelu is in one side. Upon that, I came to Anambra State to run as an election. I won the election of Anambra State Football Association chairman. So I have something that is engaging me more than Players Union. I'm giving all my capacity and my power in my state to make sure all the kids are out of trouble in Anambra State. I don't have time for Players Union.
Okay, you must have time for Players Union because, like you said, if you are seeking for peace, don't tell me you don't have time for Players Union. There should also be your players uniting in Anambra, not just at the national level. They have to have a voice, don't they? Are the players in Anambra not supposed to have a voice? If tomorrow Chukwu is no longer there, so on what platform would they be speaking? If you are no longer the chairman of the Anambra State.
If you come to Anambra State, I have the capacity. I'm not a Mama chairman.
I agree.
I have my structure. I have the capacity.
But when you leave,
what I'm doing today to put in the grassroots is to show the capacity to make sure our kids are out of trouble, because that is what the government wants, to make sure our kids are out of trouble, to have a level environment in the state.
Chukwu, let me have this.
Now, what is in my head now is Anambra State Football Association, grassroots developmental football to help our kids to go.
I agree. Chukwu, you are an administrator and a former footballer. You are on both sides of the divide. Now, administration, you are doing this. As an ex-footballer, and then also the present footballers who are going to be elsewhere in the future, what are you putting them together in Anambra that after your tenure, if you are no longer there, the players will also have a voice? We say national, they don't have a voice. Do they have a voice in Anambra State? Are you bringing them together as ex-footballers, like, whatever it is, not as the FA chairman of Anambra? Are you doing that? Answer me.
I'm doing that because we have a lot of players in Anambra State and Enugu State. And a lot of players play for Rangers International. We play for Rangers International, play for Dodge, and we have a lot of players. But what we are doing now is to make sure everybody come together. It's just like a Lagos legend.
Yes, of course.
I'm the founder of 042 Football Legends Association. All these things are to bring everything together to Nigerian Football Federation to make sure we have one president. One president we have, we're going to change a lot of things. Okay. They run and do election. Anybody that won the election is okay by me. Only thing I want is that let us not have the fan and all Nigerian football players union. Let us come together. Anything you can do, you can do to Ibrahim Gudo to make sure they fast track this thing to make sure we come together as a one family. That is my own key.
I agree, and I hope you guys will, the success you said about the deputy governor. You talk about the former deputy governor of Edo State, who is now in charge of the Institute of Sport, Philip Schreiber. I hope you guys, the same way you remember the role that Ajide, the former local government chairman of Surulere local government in Lagos, played, the role he played in bringing you people together to
Ajide did that too.
Yes,
ask Ajide what I did too. He will tell you. I'm not a selfish man now. I want us to come together as one. It's going to make me happy very, very well. Even all this problem. Well, last 2 weeks I was Emmanuel Babayaro. I was with Harrison. All those people, we are friends. But the only thing that is different, we are not in one family to say, okay, we have an issue, let us pursue that issue. What is that issue to make sure we come together as one?
All right.
Again. I met with the NFF president and I had the Brian Musa Gudo. Okay. Gudo is ready to make sure we got it right.
All right.
I should see short, let everything. The National Sports Commission share with Diko and Anambra, they are still making things to make it to work too. Because these are the gurus in football who know everything about this player union. So we must make sure we support to get it right, so that other people are coming up from our back who benefit from this thing to be a stronger union in Nigeria. If we get a very good player union in Nigeria, football industry in Nigeria is going to go very, very fast and very, very well.
That is the key, and I'm happy in the role you're playing. And I will reach after this show. I will still speak with you, and then formally I said I'm going to wash my hands off the players' union. But like I said, you are pursuing peace. You are speaking with Jala. You are speaking with Emmanuel Babayaro. You are speaking. Abdusule is there. And Dema Fuludu. You are speaking. If you are speaking with all those things, then we should have a one house, and that is the thing. So basically, I want to thank you so much, Chikwelu. This is a general that in our pen. In our football in the play, we call him the general, and then he's doing so well in Anambra. Chikwelu, thank you so much for being part of this show. I'll reach out to you again, and then we'll see how we can move this thing forward.
Thank you very much. God bless you. One love.
One love. All right. That's Chikwelu. Eleanor said the chairman. I hope do we have any few minutes to take calls? We are trying to reach out to another, giants in the football ex-internationals team. But let us see if we can take 1 or 2 calls. You had all that. You had this discussion of where we are coming from or where we ought to be going. He's saying they are charting that cost, the cost to to have peace in the house. I don't know. We've done that over and over and over again. We brought in Shegun Oguns here, Clement Temile. We brought him here. They were the TJ, the Tijani, not Tijani Bangra, we've spoken with him, but we're talking about, Taju Disu, a lot of them, even the female ex-women footballers, we've been bringing them here on this show to see how they can have peace. But, all right, let's go to Aro Chukwu because I have Mazi Korafo trying to reach us. Hello, Mazi, how are you?
Good afternoon, Mr. Ken, and good afternoon, my brother. Honestly, Mr. Ken, honestly, the earlier you do this, what you have just in the last statement, the better for us. The better for us, at least, you have seen the analysis Taibo Way said over the weekend about Rufai. So that, look at what some people are hearing about Okraji. This is something that happened as far back as late 80s. Now, what has happened? Nothing. Now, look at the present one, now, presently, somebody was saying they said the government gave them 15 million. When was that? Nobody had. I don't think. If they say you gave them money, they show us on television the paper or the teller or the check that they say to pay the money so that people will start. Past legends are being dropped. Nobody cares about them. That is why I'm saying that. I don't blame our spikes when they come, they play things like this and go their way. Because at the end of the day, look at Dusu. When back. Nobody cares about him. So what do we do? The insurance policy is very, very important. Ken, please try and tell the present ones in all these leagues to have what we call life assurance policy for themselves. Right? Anybody who has the opportunity, let you or her go abroad. When you are going abroad, make sure you have something backing you up so that when there's anything along the line that no sort of pension retirement age, or when they are no longer no longer productive, you use it to bounce back. A situation whereby they just come to the line, they should not to wait for government. But what I'm saying, the government, whatever they are promised, they pay them. Mazi Okafor from us. Second, God bless you. Have a blessed day in Lagos.
Thank you so much, Mazi Okafor. How can they come in as a house? How can they put their house together? These are players who at their prime represented Nigeria, did the best for us. But coming together, I don't know, the house of football, house of basketball, house of athletics, the politics there is more than national politics. So I tell you, it baffles me, but because when, probably when, the politicians contest and then somebody in the election, they say there has to be sportsmanship. Sportsmanship, that, the etymology of that word is sports. Sportsman. I mean, so, but how they cannot, put their differences together and build a solid foundation, an edifice that is admirable, is what baffles a lot of us. It's what baffles. All right, Omotosho is on the line. Hello, Omotosho, how are you?
I'm fine. Enjoy your show today.
Thank you.
There's a question I want to ask from LGX International. Why they were playing, they were being paid match bonuses per match. Do you know what it is to get $5,000 as winning bonus?
Yeah.
There was a time they were even getting
10,000. Yeah, for a away win. A away win is 10,000 then. Yeah.
They were at times they were even getting loss bonus. They lose at times. So when they come here now, I'm sorry to say, maybe when they misuse what they made while they were playing, they want the federal government to do everything for them. There are some soldiers who are at the war front. Yes, there are some soldiers who are at the war front, who die at the war front. They don't get $10,000. I don't. This one, Taliban is not being too emotional.
Okay, there was even a reply.
And again, as for the players' union,
until they put their house together.
They are not together. There are some of them who are looking for favor from the FA. They betray others. They need to be under one umbrella for them to move forward.
Exactly.
That's my take this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Omotosho. Thank you so much. They need to come together. A house divided is already, a falling debris. So if you don't come together as a team, if you don't come together, so you don't have a cause, one cause, definitely how are you going to fight that? The government in this area, whether the government represented by the FA, need to put a pension scheme, a contributory pension scheme. In the United Kingdom, for instance, by the time you work for about, you should work for about 10 years. Putting your money, it is your money. Your employer will contribute, the state will contribute, you will contribute, and then I think I want to see if it is possible also even reach out to the players' union outside this country, outside the shores, and see how, especially that of the English Players' Union, because it's kind of a model. In Spain, and in Italy, it is different. Remember, the former FA president in Spain, he came from the union. The same thing when they vote in Italy, the players' union has a lot of votes, to decide who becomes the FA chairman. You get, so it is how important it is their game. It is them. Just like the bar association, the lawyers do that. The medical association, the doctors do that. So basically, the same to the players' union. The players must have a say. Yes. They said, I have to go now. When they instruct me, who is Kenneth Ochonogo to say no? It's been a drive, and I do hope that by this time next week, by the special grace of God, we shall be back. I'm Kenneth Ochonogo. God bless Nigeria.